see you today.
Sorry to ruin your groove.
Mention your name is babe. Mention your name is babe. And then mention your name is babe. And then mention your name is babe. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. What's up, people? It's your main man Jack Attack, and we are back again with another video about Vitality, whatever his name is. How do you pronounce it? Today we're back with Abram Preach. Abram Preach, man, top five. Anyway, we're here for some Abram Preach. We're going to see, shout out to Abram Preach though, give him a sub. If you don't know them, I don't know what you're doing. But give him a sub, man. Abram Preach. So let's go. So we're going to see the president speaks on Vitaly. Throws him in nasty prison. This guy is done for, bro. I don't know why you go to another country and like mess yourself up like that, bro. Like, I don't know. This dude, bro, it's so crazy. People get like second chance, but then they throw away the first chance. I mean, well, obviously, if you get a second chance, you obviously throw away the first time. But like, they get a second chance and then they kind of like mess it up. Like, come on, man. What are you doing, bro? But anyway, I'm going to be checking this video. I'm going to be checking, there's another video by his lawyer. We're going to be checking out by the lawyer to actually see how much trouble this guy is in right now. I'm going to be checking another video. Where is the video? Okay, what is this? Where's the video? Vitaly. Video. Anyway, should be here right now. What's up, John White, man? What's up, man? How you doing, bro? How you doing, man?
So let's get to Vitaly.
So we're going to be checking these videos after this one. First of all, we're going to be checking out this one. Because apparently he fucked up like big time.
Okay, today's topic. Remember Vitaly?
Yeah.
The president of the Philippines has something to say. The press.
The president.
Let me just do a quick mic check. Check 1, 2, check. Mic check. Checking the mic. This one. This one. First of all, we're checking out this one. Okay, the mic is checked and the mic is A-OK. So let's G-O-O. Go. Let's go.
For G.I. Joe, we get the press.
It's in Tagalog, but thankfully I had a few of our subscribers on Discord message me, let me know. But shout out to Anna. She gave me a detailed breakdown. I'm assuming Anna's a woman, but it's Discord, so she's a man. So now this is him watching videos of Vitaly.
I'm gonna rob you.
Hindi naman Pilipino, pwede ko bang murahin?
So what he said there was like, he's not Filipino, so can I just curse him out like I normally would?
Because it doesn't matter, because he's not going to vote him in or out.
Yeah, but he's also saying, he's like, this man doesn't even speak our language. So can I curse him out, basically, is what I'm gathering.
Give me your scooter now. Give me your scooter now.
The fuck, bro? This dude is crazy.
Ang isa nating nakita ngayong linggo, yung kagalit-galit na pinanggagawa ng isang foreign vlogger sa ating mga kababayan.
I'm gonna rob you.
Pero man
Bro, that's
Pilipino,
an old lady, bro.
ang dugo sa napapanood natin.
One of the things that we have recently seen are the infuriating actions that a foreign vlogger has been doing to our countrymen. Whether these acts were jokes or not, what Filipino couldn't get mad at these?
Bro.
Ito isang naging
This dude is doing too much, bro. What the fuck? Bro, you get shot in America, bro. No one that doesn't do this shit, bro. You can't, like, bro, that's magic. Like, you take, like, a cop's car, bro. Like, come on, man. Like, you can't be doing that shit, bro. Come on, bro. Nah, this guy fucked up, though. Lock him up. Throw away the key.
bahagi na ng social media na nagkakaroon ng mga vlogger na nanggugulo lang, ng aasar lang, ng buwisit lang, ng babastos lang para makakuha ng mga viewers.
It is very sad that this has become a trend in social media where vloggers would often just annoy, bother, disrespect other people just to get more views.
Huwag tayong sasama dyan sa ganyang klaseng...
man, John White, nice to hear from you, bro. Keep it up. John White, let's go.
Pilipino, asahan ninyo yung mga gumagawa ng ganyan na hindi natin pababayaan na patuloy nilang ginagawa.
Let us not encourage this kind of attitude. It is not in the nature of a Filipino to act like this. Do not expect that we will tolerate these actions.
You wanted some clout and now the president is talking about you. You're fucked.
Tapos na po ang mga dayuhan, akala na lang, kaya na lang napastangin ang mga Pilipino. Ito'y ehemplo na seryoso tayo na sa sariling bayan natin. Hindi tayo magpapabasa sa kanila.
This time, the time where foreigners think they can just come here and do blasphemous acts and disrespect Filipinos is over. This will set as an example to show how serious we are. We're not tolerating these actions. Now, I did some more digging. The way those prisoners are going to be digging in his ass.
Bro, ew, what the fuck?
Now, I learned what facility he was staying at because I'm curious what the conditions are.
Nah, bro is locked, bro. Bro is cooked, man. Like, not only is he doing 24 years or 20 plus years, bro, he's gonna be leaving in shit. Like, bro, he's gonna it's gonna be crazy, bro. The facility is crazy, like it's so bad. The healthcare there is so bad, like I can't even survive in there, bro. Like, chances of death are like pretty high, bro. Unfortunately, like, I hope he doesn't die. I hope he's strong enough in the head to sustain it.
So a lot of people spreading some fake news about this or that. So this is the exact location of where this man's being kept at. I got a video I want to show you guys.
I've been in the e-commerce world for about 7 years now, and over that time, I've tried pretty much every supply. Everything from...
Now, they call it the Gulag, an immigration detention
The Gulag.
that has been...
The Gulag, yo, what the fuck? Nah, bro, it's good, bro.
making headlines for all the wrong reasons.
It's called the Gulag.
Well, good. You're going to feel just like home.
Chinese.
Because he's Russian? I appreciate that. Now, this has already been the subject of other news reports because other foreigners have already been held here for crimes they did in the Philippines.
Detainees claim the centre is squalid, rat-infested and overcrowded. 9 Britons themselves accused of breaking Filipino laws are currently detained in the centre. They allege corruption and bureaucracy in the centre has led to some detainees spending years waiting for their cases to be processed.
Rat. Yo. Look at the size of that rat, bro. God damn, look at the tail. Oh my days, yo. Yo, what the fuck? Yo, I hate rats, yo. What the fuck? Yeah, just for disgusting. Yeah, oh my days.
Cockroaches, overcrowding.
Yo, is that a cockroach? That shit is a cockroach. Nah, bro's cooked, man. Bro's finished. All that muscle he has right now, it's gone. It's done. Bro is he's gonna be looking like one of the rats very soon. Yeah, let's just play that. Like,
rats and cockroaches, overcrowding, and lack of basic facilities.
That ain't mustard, and it ain't sweet.
Detainees at the Bicatan Detention Center may have been accused of breaking the law in the Philippines.
yo, let me check something real quick. Hold on. Let's get back into the game, man.
According to the country's constitution, they should be granted acceptable living standards regardless of whether they are innocent or guilty.
Yuck.
The Bicatan standards, but according to the country's constitution, they should be granted acceptable living standards regardless of whether they are innocent or guilty.
Yuck.
Bro, that's disgusting. Look how that dude looks, bro. He looks like fucking some, looks like something from like The Walking Dead or some shit. Like, holy shit. Bro. But he's kind of packing though. Hey,
Or guilty.
Yuck.
The Bicatan Immigration Center is inside a police camp on the outskirts of the Philippine capital, Manila. And the camp has long had a notorious reputation. In the 1970s and 80s, opponents of the former Philippine dictator Ferdinand Marcos were routinely tortured here. Now the detention facility is where foreigners wait to find out if they will face the courts or be deported back to their home countries.
The stench must be.
Are you like, you think about the stench? I gotta be the energy in the place. Like, think about it. People were tortured and murdered there, and that's where you go in every night, crowded with other people who definitely committed some crimes.
This dude is cooked, bro. What the fuck? This is not a joke, bro. This shit is not a fucking joke.
You know what? When I go to bed, I just know that I'm.
Bro, did you see the condition of that place?
Rapists.
Like, if you're coming in now, like, look at this shit, bro. Like, I don't even wish this on my worst enemy, man. Like, take a look at this shit, bro.
Bro,
they
should be granted acceptable living standards regardless of
days.
whether they are innocent or guilty.
Look at that dude, bro. Look at that dude.
Acceptable living standards,
From,
regardless
like,
of whether they are innocent.
Last of Us.
The Bickertown Immigration
Bro, what
Center
the
is
fuck?
inside a police camp on the
Yo.
outskirts of the Philippine capital, Manila. And the camp has long had a notorious reputation. In the 1970s and 80s, face the courts or be deported back to their home countries.
Bro.
The stench must be crazy.
You think about the stench, I gotta be the energy in the place. Like, think about it. People were tortured and murdered there. And that's where you go to bed every night, crowded with other people who definitely committed some crimes.
You said crowded with other people?
Who committed some crimes.
Multi-rats and cockroaches.
Cockroaches too.
Rats and cockroaches too, man.
I just know that I'm sleeping in the same place as potential murderers, rapists, whatever the fuck it might be. And here's another thing people don't mention. Vitaly. I know he not feeling well. Cause that man, he's on them roids, right? He been.
Bro, exactly, bro. He looks so
he
big, bro. Like I feel like he's definitely on some shit,
roids,
bro.
right?
Like, look at him, bro. This man looks like he's about to turn to the Hulk. Even before the Hulk, like Bruce Brown doesn't even look like this, but like damn, bro. Well, yeah, all this shit is gonna fade away. It's all gonna go off. This dude has us fucked up, man. Bro, how do you mess up so bad? How do you go to like another country and then like just wanna like be such a nuisance, bro? That guy's cooked, man. Get this guy, lock him up,
he in there,
throw away the
he
key.
don't got access. You understand how hormonally fucked up he's about to be, not having access to any of his supply. He gonna come out looking scrawny, looking fucked up, and I wouldn't be surprised if this dude's crying and breaking down on a regular basis. Because if you do a cycle, for example, I think what I read about was that you have to like, on the come off, you have to do another balance of some kind of other chemical to be able to come off it safely. He's not gonna have none of that.
There's a possibility that he dies of a heart attack over there.
Detainees are held on charges of anything from visa violations to violent crime. He alleged that he went into solitary confinement without food or any human contact. He said he only had a rusty tap for water, which was undrinkable. He said that if you get sick inside there, you might as well be dead. He said they might as well have people when they arrive because conditions there as far as healthcare
He always got us.
be dead, undrinkable. Human contact. He said he only had a rusty tap for water, which was undrinkable. He said that if you get sick inside there, you might as well be dead. He said they might as well have people when they arrive because conditions there as far as healthcare are pretty much minimal.
There were beatings. People were treated there worse than we would treat farm animals.
Farm animals. Oh no. Bro said they're treating people better than farm. I think farm animals better than people over there. That's crazy. Bro, don't go to prison, guys. Yeah. Don't go to prison. Man.
People committing suicide just had enough. They couldn't take it anymore.
He says he set up the website to campaign for a reform of Philippine immigration laws to ensure there are time limits on detention lengths and to allow people to be released on bail to ensure there are time limits.
Bro, what the fuck? Bro, you can't even beat your meat in peace here, bro. Bro, how the fuck are you gonna how you gonna survive, man? Bro, there's literally no personal space. Jesus Christ. Oh my god, that's crazy.
On detention lengths and to allow people to be released on bail if they are accused of a minor crime. And those accused of more serious crimes should be dealt with swiftly by the country's justice system.
Say get released on bail. Yeah, listen, that's a project that you guys have in your country. You went there. That's their laws. Now look, I'm not for a center or whatever it might be. But at the same time, this man's on camera committing these crimes. There's no question for me of whether or not he's guilty. It's not ambiguous. I don't need to see a court case, but they should still go through the process. Whatever happens to Vitaly in there, that's his problem as far as I'm concerned. You went to the country, knowing what it was, you decided to fuck around
and find out.
The more you fuck around, the more you're gonna find out.
How you gonna be pushing 40 doing pranks like that to people?
Don't call them pranks, please.
I'm calling that because that's what he said. But you're right.
They're crimes.
How you gonna be pushing 40 and then he's just being a nuisance like that? Like you were 5. When you're 5, you're a brat. When you're pushing 40, you're a fucking idiot. Whatever happens, happens. It's like.
Can I even say, I also hate these terms like nuisance. This guy stole a police officer's bike. In what world is that a nuisance? I'm not trying to come for you because people call them nuisance streamers, but they're just criminals. Can we not just call it what it is? They put their hands on people, they push them, they harass women. Like, if there was no camera and this was someone running after women saying, I want to grape you or whatever, would we ever call that person a prankster or a nuisance?
Yeah, bro.
Right? So a part of me is just like, no, you guys are just criminals. And it's okay. Go to jail.
You're film criminals. Let's call them self-snitching criminals.
We have to change the whole PR around this thing. These people are criminals. And that's what we have to do. We can't call them any more of these like terms. Oh, it's not a prank. There's no world where I get to punch somebody in the face and call it a prank. And just because I'm filming it, it stops being a prank.
Nah, that's not a prank,
You put your
bro.
hands on people. You stole their property. You stole cops' property. Get bent. Because any other citizen does that, they're getting slammed for crime. And also, this is the point I made in the other video. You went over there and you did it to Asians because they're Asian. That's why you went there. That's why I especially don't feel bad for you. You thought because you got that financial privilege and that passport privilege, you would just be able to walk home. He was laughing in people's face. I'm going to arrest me. Arrest? You didn't see that shit?
What? I saw that shit.
Oh, you're going to arrest me?
Bro.
I'm so scared.
He kept
This
that
guy's
up
done, bro.
Until he did his mugshot.
Yeah, even his mugshot.
Even his mugshot. But then again,
Yeah, let me see his mugshot.
His mugshot.
Yeah.
Bro. Wait, so bro was born in 1992. Let's do the math. 1992. So that was March. So he's probably, okay. Bro is 33 already. Bro is pushing 40. And thinks he can go around being a troublemaker. Please place on day of the arrest, Bureau of Migration, Main Office, Megaland Drive, Terminals, violation, undesirability in violation of by operations, order number SB in relation to Commonwealth, blah, blah, blah. Bro is smiling. That smile is not going to be there anymore, my guy. I give this guy 1 year, bro. That smile, there's going to be like a year, 1 year before, 1 year after. A comparison of this guy, bro. Unless he has some good lawyers, though. But like, nah, bro. The president has come out for you. The president has seen your videos. Nah, bro.
Even his mugshot.
But then again, at the press conference, he tried to talk to dude. Dude was not having it. He couldn't even stand looking at what he did.
Talk to the hand and not to the face. You're a big disgrace to the human race. Ooh, that was crazy.
Press conference, he tried to talk to dude. Dude was not.
Ooh, I don't want to talk to nobody, man. Look at that shit. That's crazy. Now, bro, is cooked, man. Now, bro, see. Let me break down how cooked this guy is right now. So, bro has been cooked. Actually, bro is burning right now. Like, he's actually burning. Like he's cooking too much. Like I'm saying, he's cooking too much. Like he's burning right now, bro. Like the house is on fire right now. Bro is on fire right now, and someone needs to turn. I don't even think it's gonna ever turn off. To be honest,
having
sad.
It, he couldn't even stand looking at what he did.
Yep. Vitaly's gonna be a great sacrifice. Because
Good
the harsher his
sacrifice.
punishment is, the more it sets the standard for other people. Since you guys as a whole group wanted to be fucking idiots and ruin it for everybody, they need to set the standard. And I hope every Asian country sets stiff penalties for this kind of shit.
Wasn't Johnny Somali's court date on the 10th?
Oh, they're adding more charges. That shit's just...
Would I smile? Nah, I wouldn't smile, bro. What the fuck? That's crazy. Nah, like that. I'm saying that dude, there's something wrong with him, bro. I would never smile, bro. Like, Cause wow, like I feel like if you smile, I feel like you're not even remorseful. I'm like, plus, like yeah, you're just gonna be an ass, and they're gonna cook you more, bro. But I'm saying, bro, like I'm saying, like, it's not even a prank anymore. Like, when you go around, like, harassing people, man, it's not a prank anymore, bro. Like, now you're just being, like a pest. Like, you know, like, that's what I'm saying. I feel like they call it a prank when there's a camera, like, in front of you or some shit like that, bro. Like this guy said, like Abra Preach said, like, just because there's a camera in front of you doesn't mean that, like, it's a prank, bro. Like, that guy was literally saying he was gonna, like, rob people, was gonna, like, do crazy things. Like, bro, you can't. Any normal person that says that to any random person on the street is getting a 911 called on if you stay around that area of that person. Like, if you say that to someone and you still stay around the person's area, yeah, 911 is gonna come for your ass. So, guys, please do not do shit like this, bro.
Going, bro. The dude's out here begging for money to be able to, because he can't afford anything.
Can't do, yeah.
They're fucking him in the best way possible. Pause. That sounds crazy, but you know what I meant.
But they're doing that.
Yeah. They're not letting him work. They're not letting him stay in prison, so they're not paying the bill for his rent. They're not giving him food, nothing. They say, oh, you're going to pay your own dime, but you can't film any more stuff until this trial's done, and we going to take our time with this trial. They fucking him good. Yeah.
People are not donating.
I'm dead.
I mean, he don't got the following for that. And, you know, his sicko fans, they don't...
He's doing
they don't
all
care.
that for not that big of a following?
Oh, yo, people will do a lot. People do shit for free. What you mean? As a dancer, you know this.
Fair.
As a dancer, how...
What's Vitaly's following? Like, what's his account? Well, he has his IG here. He has his IG here, so yeah, that's him. But I don't know what was Cake. Was he doing all that stuff on Cake? Was 100,000. So bro, look at his titles, yo. What the fuck? These were his titles. Vitaly on a mission to find a wife in Philippines. Kendall Run plus tip chat. Vitaly pick up girls in Philippines. Vitaly storming the peace in Philippines. Yo, what the fuck? Yo, this was his fucking this was his last streams. Bro, so let's see. When was he in the Philippines now? Let's see, because we can track when he went to the Philippines. So he tell the ex-mom I reference everyone's birthday. Late plus chat. High stakes gambling. Vitaly. So according to this, his first live stream in the Philippines was on March 27th. That was his first live. And look at this. Look at bro's status. But look at bro's status. Like Vitaly ex-mom IRL in Philippines celebrating mom's birthday. You know, that's normal. That's a normal title. Pretty calm, pretty chill. Then it goes Vitaly ex-mom cause chaos in Philippines and pays forward to Negrito's tribe. What the fuck? Vitaly X Mom cause chaos and pays for. Okay, that's right. But you see, he's causing chaos. He's doing a lot of crazy shit. Vitaly X Mom caused chaos in Philippines. Pays forward to this tribe. Vitaly X Mom visits the most dangerous hood in Manila. So he was going with his mom and was doing all this shit. But look at the amount of hours dude is streaming, bro. He's streaming for he was streaming for an average of like at least 6 hours, bro. Look at the first stream he did was 9 hours 25 minutes. The second one he did was 5 hours. Another one he did was 4 hours, and then he goes Vitaly disturbing the peace in the Philippines. Like, look at this dude's title, bro. Does it show the live? Oh. Yeah, that's fine, but yeah, I'm not paying for shit. I'm not paying for nothing, bro. But yeah, but that's crazy. So his last live stream was on April 1st. I have a feeling they cut off the live stream. Let me see. But yeah, but I just did have. I'm not really seeing any real like overview of like his following, like how many hours he has or something like that. I can't really see it though. Oh yeah, these are his followers. Okay, he has 346,000 followers. That is not enough to be doing all that, bro. Hey, but damn, his peak views are crazy. Average. But damn, he still has a lot of people though. For a live stream platform. That's a lot of people to have watching you like almost every day. That's crazy.
How many times have you seen niggas take nothing for some exposure or some dick? I wasn't know you went there. I ain't mad at you. You offended all these people. You spat in their face. It just is what it is.
Bent.
That's it. Oh, and in case you guys were wondering, like, oh, he might get VIP treatment. I did some research on this facility, and
what's VIP treatment for them?
Check it out.
The Bureau of Immigration has relieved from its post the head of its immigration detention facility and 35 others following the discovery that detained foreign nationals have access to prohibited items, including gadgets. A total of 36, including the head, were relieved following a raid the other day, according to immigration spokesperson Dana Sandoval. The raid Sandoval was referring to was the January 31 Upland Greyhound conducted by the Bureau's Intelligence Division, assisted by policemen and SWAT personnel from the National Capital Police Office. The authorities seized the sharp objects, construction tools, cigarettes, mobile phones, laptops, modems, and undeclared cash. Among those seized are 6 smartphones owned by one of the 4 Japanese citizens, subject to deportation requests from the Japanese government.
They arrested the head chief and 35 other people. Why? Because they were giving some people who are a little bit rich some extra gadgets. They don't play. They said, no, everybody here getting treated the same. So you want to give them extra you going to jail too, stupid. Yeah. Listen, I'm not saying the Philippines is a perfect country or the justice system is, and that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying they make a concerted effort not to treat these foreigners like they're great. And you guys might wonder, why are they holding them this long and then deporting them or whatever it might be? It's because they don't want to house these foreign nationals. So they're going to
want to house the scumbags.
Set an example and they're say, go back to your country.
Scumbags.
Your own taxpayers can take care of you. But you learned your lesson. And I guarantee you, all these people who are fucking around this country.
Yo, hold on, let me show y'all something real quick. Is this Chris Eubanks? Let me see something. Come back. Let me see. Scumbag.
Because
every other promoter out here is a scumbag.
Scumbag.
That's why. You know, you've got Frank Warren behind me, been lying and cheating his way through boxing for the last couple decades. Wow. Sued me for a couple $100,000 a few years ago, so obviously I was never going to go with him. You know, the guy's a scumbag.
Scumbag.
Calais Sauerland, you know, had me locked up.
Speak up, I can't hear you.
Calais Sauerland had, you know, had me locked up in a terrible contract for the last few years, squeezing money out of me at every opportunity. Scumbag.
Scumbag.
Eddie Hearn, Frank Smith, you know, they did everything they could to try and make this fight against Conor Benn still go ahead.
Scumbag.
Still go ahead.
Why do you fight?
I'm sending to this. It is the best an edit. No, there's no edit, but yeah, that's what I want to show you guys. A scumbag.
And spent time as a detention center. Don't come back and try that shit again. There's a lot of evil people who go to these countries that are poor, quote unquote, and then do some nasty, foul shit.
If you're considering building an online business in 2025, I would definitely recommend hanging out with me for a couple.
Thank you very much, sir. I'm not interested.
Everything from diddling kids to engaging in all kinds of sex. So understand the local population has a lot of reasons to be wary of these foreign nationals who come around to fuck around. Yeah, I remember. You remember reading that story about that? I'm almost certain he was English. There's a young Englishman who ended up going to volunteer at some Christian-related youth schools all across. I believe it was the Philippines. I'm almost sure. The kid was like 18.
Okay.
Anyways, at the time when this happened, there was a big national story that was starting to break maybe 4 or 5 years afterwards about Magic Road, Silky Road, Silk Road. You ever heard of Silk Road?
No.
That's the deep web. That's the dark web.
Silky Road?
Silk Road.
Silk Road.
Silk Road is
Sounds like a level in Mario Kart.
Facts. Now, this place was where people would put out snuff stuff, grape things, share things of children, whatever it might be. So this guy would go to these countries that were abjectly poor, pretend to be a volunteer, and go around diddling kids. We're talking about kids 3 months old, 2 years, 5 years, very dark stuff. They found him through this. So this guy had uploaded videos for years to this place, and he kept going back there. And because he was a foreign national, obviously he had a lot of credence as an English teacher or whatever, so he had a lot of flexibility in terms of how much space he was given. But it ended up being outed everywhere. And then through that, they ended up finding a network of men just like him who would come from foreign countries to go there. And because obviously these are countries with not the most amount of overlaying like force, these guys would have the ability to touch people and do stuff with impunity. And there's so many stories like that. People who go to work at orphanages. Or Christian organizations or whatever.
For real, bro.
It's not just Christian organizations. You get
that Christian Banks is such a funny dude. The dude is funny as fuck. I think that's the son of Eubanks Senior or something. I think they're both called Christian.
I personally have a strong disdain for people who go to countries that are much poorer than their own and act a fool. It's like it's the most cowardly thing to do. You do it because you know they don't have the quote-unquote strength or rules and regulations of your country. So I'm happy to see that these countries, stand up to us, that you're not going to treat us like we're garbage or less than human because you have the right passport or you have the right skin color or you have the right... But get fucked.
And the worst part is that there's no Filipino out there that's going to be like, that does not agree with that.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's like, yeah, nobody's on your side.
None.
Anyways.
Oh, yeah. Even the driver, the guy who was hosting him over there, he's hiding. He's looking for him. They're going to find his ass, too.
You got to leave.
Go away.
Wait. It's because, okay, Filipino gangster. Wait, what? So his cameraman is also a Filipino person. That is crazy. Whether this cameraman at Hong Kong is exclusive identity, this guy, Lane, a Filipino gangster rapper, he and two female confiners are now being hunted by the entire Filipino. Holy shit, police force, that's crazy. Bro, it's cooked. Even his cameraman is cooked.
Looking for him.
Cameraman never dies. They never do.
Go where? You're a Filipino national. They'll get deported back.
Oh well.
What's that taste like? Sweet old justice. But it's all good. Good night, sweet prince.
So that was that for now. We're going to check out this. Okay, not this. How is We're going to check out the lawyer.
So let's get.
This is legal mind, legal mindset. So give them a shout out to legal mindset. Shout out to the lawyer. Great guy. Let's go.
To Vitaly. So first, let's cover some notes. There was a Filipino lawyer who wrote back some answers. You guys asked some questions in the chat, and he had some answers for you guys because many of you asked questions. So as a Filipino lawyer, he wanted to help me answer these. So I'm going to answer some questions that you guys had in PowerPoint format, of course, in classic Legal Mindset PowerPoint format. Okay, first of all, he wanted me to say, because many of you ask about caning, unfortunately,
Hold up.
Format, of course, in classic Legal Mindset PowerPoint format. Okay, first of all, he wanted me to say, because many of you ask about caning, unfortunately, guys, there is no caning in the Philippines. But according to a Filipino lawyer, he said that he would rather be caned than go to a Filipino prison. He literally said, I would rather be caned than go to a Filipino prison. So that kind of tells you, and I'm going to show you the Filipino prisons. And if after what I showed you today, you would not prefer the caning, but I think the Filipino prison is pretty rough. We're going to talk about
that. Yeah, sure.
Also, review bombing. So apparently the big...
Someone can PH. What can... And I even buy fried bongos. Try to make me. Damn.
For the crime and convicting people for review bombing is it really matters if there were fake reviews posted. So if anybody actually posted a fake review as a result of Vitaly prompting them, then that would be a crime in the Philippines. So it really would turn on other reviews that were posted that were fake. Now, this is an interesting one because both Atozi and I want to attend the trials and the hearings. So apparently, if we go to the trial, we may need special permission. I am trying to get into contact with people that could get me permission to go to the trial. So I am going to try to get permission to go. I think it, but based on what
I'm going to bet on this.
my conversation with a lawyer, he said you might need a special permit, and I will try to go. The other thing is, and this is the next bullet point, is that according to recent Philippine law, I have to be very, very, very neutral when I cover the trial. And that's because of law regarding impartiality of the court. So I have to be extremely neutral. So if I cover the proceedings, I have to just pretty much say, this is what happened. And I essentially will not be able to comment on what happened inside the court. I may be able to comment on what happened outside the court, but in terms of what happened inside the court, I will have to be super neutral, right? So I will not be able to give an opinion on like, oh, he did this and looked stupid or whatever. I will be like, he did this, he did this, he did this. That's what happened, right? So that's apparently the case law.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
So,
because like that kind of makes sense because they don't want you coming over there. Maybe because it's American too. They don't want him coming over there and kind of like voting in Vitaly's place or kind of like trying to make the Philippines look bad. You know, maybe that's what they want.
I would have to be kind of careful on that one. Also, one of you mentioned, or somebody in the chat mentioned, that the cameraman who is Sly Kane, Christopher P. Dantes, Sly Kane, somebody said he can be tried for treason under Article 114. The lawyer corrected that treason is a war crime. So he cannot be convicted of treason. It's not war crime. Now it can be an accessory, but he can't be treated for treason. So he can be an accessory to Vitaly's crimes. So for all of Vitaly's crimes that he was there for, he can be an accessory. For example, harassment, threatening to rob the woman, harassing the security guards. He can be an accessory to those crimes, but treason is a no-go. That's not going to happen under Article 114. The last thing that he mentioned is in the Philippines, with the penal code, we talked about the special penal code, the SPC, and the revised penal code, the RPC, the different kind of penal approaches. And what he said is there's not two codes. There's really only like a giant mix of codes, and the law loosely applies them from different areas. So essentially the law can like pick and choose which code to use. So it's not like you choose we're gonna only choose the RPC and not the SPC. They can choose both. So or they can choose all. So the answer can be all of the above. And actually in that way, because the legal code is kind of mixed, they can choose the harshest laws to use for Vitaly, which I think is a good thing.
Bro, that's crazy.
Having a mixed law system actually is better. So I'm actually happy from a legal sense, like a prosecutorial sense. I'm actually happy that their code is mixed. They don't have to pick mode A or mode B. They can just use whatever law they want to prosecute them, which actually is great. I actually love that.
Yeah. And this bro is getting cooked even more.
All right. So we're gonna start here with this is the Camp Bagong Diva. I forgot how to pronounce it. In Taguig. So this is the place for foreigners. So this is the first place he was locked up. Now he will be, from what I understand, he will be transferred to a Philippines prison to serve his actual time and maybe even in holding. But initially he was here. So at least for the first couple days he was here. And I want you guys to hear, this is actually from like 6 months ago. So let's play this real quick.
Immigration is planning for the rehabilitation of their detention center at Camp Bagong Diwa in Taguig City due to the congestion problem. According to immigration spokesperson Dana Sandoval, the capacity of the current BI facility is only 100, but more than 300 foreign nationals are currently detained.
Did you guys hear that? So the capacity is 100, but more than 300 are detained. This was 6 months ago.
What the fuck?
Right? So you're going to see kind of a theme here in a lot of the Philippine prisons is that almost all of them are overbooked. And you're going to see what they have to do when they're overbooked. It is nuts. I cannot believe when I watch this next video, this one is just a little bit, but like it's crazy.
This includes the illegal Chinese workers, Arrested at the Pogo Hub in Bamban,
Pogos are
Holy
illegal
shit.
gambling, like online gambling.
Tarlac, who were deported just yesterday, May
Bro,
14.
they put them in makeshift like
Feels like it's
handcuffs.
getting smaller and smaller every year because the number of arrests that we have is getting bigger and bigger.
Final
So that's
discussion.
everybody kind of lined up in the jail.
Damn.
You can see it's very full. So that's that one.
What
That's
the
the one for foreigners. So let's go inside another detention center. So this one is great. This is actually the Bikutan Detention Center. Let's take a look at this lovely place. Let's take a look at this lovely place. This is kind of fun. Let's take a look.
That
at
doesn't sound like a lovely
Shall we?
place.
Let's take a look.
What the fuck? Yo. Yo. Is that a girl?
Looks lovely, right?
Are they cooking on the floor?
Yeah, crazy, right? Crazy stuff. So there we go. That's that one.
Ah,
And,
must puked.
now
Oh my
we're gonna do
god.
Another one. And we're gonna look at the. This is a documentary. It's in Tagalog, but it is very interesting. It's a documentary. We'll watch a little bit of it, but look at the crowding conditions here. This is absolutely, to me, like this is to me nuts. Watch this. This is a just kind of a. This is in Binan, but watch the level of capacity here and watch what these people have to do. Crazy stuff. Absolute crazy stuff. Look at it. Look at the numbers here. So the capacity is 170 and there's 432. And this is in 2018. And it ain't got better. It ain't gotten any better, guys. It ain't got any
Holy
better.
shit.
So once again, I think that Vitaly is going to have a real fun time in Philippine prison.
Damn, Vitaly's gonna get so much.
It's a free Chrome extension that blocks ads on all your favorite sites.
Bro, he's gonna get sick from all that stuff, bro. Holy shit. Damn, bro. I almost feel bad for dude. But I don't feel bad for bro though. Like, he brought this shit on himself, man. Like, come on, man. You can't be doing shit like that, bro. You cannot be doing things like that, man. Man. It's crazy. I hope he kind of like sorts himself out though. And then like he's able to like fix out things, because like that's gonna be crazy to like have that kind of stuff. But anyway, that's all from me guys. Thank you very much. Peace out. See you again, and good